You guys all thought nobody was going to do the commentary in this game. You're wrong. I'm over here now. This is a Cash Man picking up right now with Black Rose up 53-4 over Philadelphia. Black Rose has had every lead jam this game so far. But Lana Lucy picks up the first lead jam for Philly. Both jammers are putting 4 up. We got Sunny and Lana Lucy. Sunday morning derby, you can't beat it, folks. Lana Loopsy with another 4-point pass. Oh, it is now a power jam for Philly with Sunny getting called for a back block on that pass. And Coach Gus is telling Lana Loopsy to call the jam off, and Lana will see that soon. Lana, there we go, calling that jam off. The first lead of the game for Philly, pardon me, is in the 5th jam, or the 6th jam of the day, so. Translucent with the star for Philly this jam. It'll start in a power start as Sunny had the back block that and is still in the penalty box. We do have a timeout right now. Well, thank you, anybody who's listening. I appreciate it. I know that I went back and actually the mic sounds pretty good on the stream here. I can't really monitor it here from where I'm sitting, but I felt like, having silent derby is kind of like very 1910s, So since I have another in-house announcer, I get to do the stream, and I'm more than happy to. This is exciting. We got 20 minutes left in the first half. Black Rose Juniors are up 61-16 to Philly, but Philly has kind of found a little bit of life in the last few jams. They had gotten their first lead jam last jam, and they showed a lot of spunk out there. Put 16 points up on that jam, or actually 16 points. They had picked up 8 points in the jam before too as well. But it's a very fun game so far, and nothing like 9:30 in the morning roller derby. I will do the introductions to the teams because I didn't get a chance to do that, but we got 04 Kryptonite. This is for Rose. 08 Stingray. 110 Sunny. 12 Blueberry. 13 Mad Max. 14 Electric May. 18 T-Bone. 1956 Hot Rod. 2007 Icebox. We have 369 Hollywood. 501 Darth. 57 Flying Fish. 6-4 Jack, 6-6 Crow, and 825 Lil Legs. I'll do Philly in the next timeout we get. And Philly Translucent is starting in a power start with Sunny in the penalty box. Sunny is standing in the penalty box, so not in the penalty box for very long. And Sunny is back on the track, so both jammers are out on the track. Sunny comes through down the inside line and picks up lead jam for Black Rose. Translucent trying to make the initial pass, getting trapped by that Black Rose defense. Sunny getting called for another penalty, so it is a power jam, and we will go the full 2 minutes of this jam now with Sunny losing lead there. Translucent just has to make the initial pass still. Very tough defense out there from Black Rose. They've been stifling at times so far in this game, and I mean we're only 10 minutes into it. Translucent getting knocked out of bounds and getting up slowly. Sunny is back on the track. Did make initial pass and had lead until lost, so Sunny can put points up on this pass. And 4 points on the board for Black Rose with this pass. Translucent's handing the star off to the pivot, except for the fact that, that's Translucent still holding the star. I saw the pivot holding their hand out, thinking it was going to go to them. And maybe that's a good thing because the pivot is now going to the penalty box. Another 4-point pass for Sonny and Black Rose. And with that whistle, the jam comes to a conclusion. 8 points on the board for Black Rose. 69-16, 17:59 left in the first half. We're going into Jam 8. We have Hurricane. I promise I won't sing like I did yesterday to Hurricane, the Bob Dylan song. But Hurricane with the star for Philly. Little Legs for Black Rose. With that whistle, Hurricane goes into the middle of the pack. Little Legs trying to follow up in the middle, goes to the inside and breaks through. Philly, as a penalty is called, looks like a multiplayer block called against the Philly defense, which allowed Little Legs to get through. 4 points on that pass for Little Legs. Hurricane does make the initial pass to the pack, so both jammers can score, but the Hurricane calls that jam off. Mad Max with a star for Black Rose. Lana Loopsy. Lana Loopsy getting the first lead jam for Philly in this game. A couple of jams ago. Loopsy goes to the outside. Mad Max goes to the inside. Sidestepping down around the pack and picks up lead jam for Black Rose. Mad Max coming for a scoring pass. Lana Loopsy just past the jam start line. Lana Loopsy making the initial pass, and Mad Max putting 4 points up on that pass. And Mad Max calls that jam off before Lana Loopsy can get any points on the board. I'm guessing nothing more frustrating for a jammer than to finally break through that pack and one step away from the pack put some points up and the jam gets called off. We've got Sparks with a star for Philly. Sonny out there again for Black Rose. You see Sonny goes to the inside. Sparks goes to the outside. So Sparks goes up the middle. Sonny breaks out, follows around Sparks, and picks up the vacated lane on the outside, picking up lead jam. Coming around the outside once again. Now Philly is down one blocker and have now twice been taking advantage of that outside line. Sonny goes to the inside this time and goes right up the middle. Pushing through that wall. Now Philly is back to full strength. 8 points on the board so far for Sonny. Sparks still needs to make the initial pass through the pack. That is the third pass for Sonny. And another pass, another 4 points, 16-point jam for Sonny. Ace of Spades now the jammer, getting the star pass to them. When I was doing introductions in the arena, we got a huge cheer for Ace of Spades, and I don't know if it's a Motorhead thing or they just love Ace of Spades. Could be both. We've got two Black Rose defenders in the penalty box. 24 points on the board for Sonny. Ace of Spades does pick up 4 on that pass. Got 10 seconds left in the jam. Sonny can call it off at any time, but Sonny's up to 28 points on the pass. And with that whistle, the jam comes to an end. Full 2 minutes out there. Sonny picking up 30 points on that jam with those 2 extra added to it, I believe. There we go. A 30-point jam in this game. Insane. They also break the 100-point mark for Black Rose. 4 up on the board for Philly. We've got Hurricane with the star for Philly. T-Bone for the Black Rose Juniors. You got to see T-Bone if you watch any of the games early last week or last night. T-Bone was jamming a bunch last night as well. 4 points on that first pass for T-Bone. Hurricane still looking to make the initial pass. Being drawn back by Warrior. They're not. Once again, skating right into the 3-wall. As T-Bone racks up another 4 points on that pass. And another 4-point pass for T-Bone. We got Lana Loopsy with the star for Philly this jam. Little Legs. We're getting a little bit of a weather update here from Corporal Chaos, saying that in the town of Canandaigua, which is parallel to where we are in this portion of the city, no snow. But, man, I came from Irondequoit, which is just a mile from Lake Ontario, and it was like a snow globe coming in. And we get 4 points on the board for Little Legs. Lana Loopsy still trying to make the pass through the pack. Actually, Lana Loopsy going to the penalty box. Is power jam now for Black Rose and Little Legs. Another 4 points on the board for Little Legs. Little Legs calls the jams, icing the jammer for the next jam. Lana Loopsy will be starting in the penalty box, but Lana Loopsy is standing, so it's anywhere from 10 to 1 second left on this penalty. But Mad Max will be the jammer for Black Rose. Mad Max is starting up. Looks like on the inside. Had a lot of luck going around the edges of the pack and does go to the outside and picks up Lee Jam while skating backwards through the pack. Mad Max coming up on the first scoring pass going into turn 1. Lana Loopsy is back on the track and does make the initial pass through the pack, so Lana Loopsy can put some points up on the board. Mad Max put 4 points out on the board. Lana Loopsy now can score. It's hitting that wall right now, up around turn 1. Lana Loopsy goes to the outside, gets knocked out of bounds, being recycled back into the middle of turn 1. Defenders are pushing. Oh, nice leg work by Lana Loopsy, tiptoeing down that inside line. Still not making it through the pack as Mad Max puts up 4 more points on that pass. Lana Loopsy still looking to make the initial pass. They're trapped on that far straightaway. Oh, nice move. 3 toe stops up. Lana Loopsy looked like they had stayed in bounds, but they were on the line. Better safe than sorry to go back and recycle instead of getting a track cut called against you. Mad Max with another 4-point pass. 12-point Jam. A lot of loop seed. Is on a scoring pass. Made 4 points on that pass, and now is coming on a second scoring pass. It's not having much luck with that defense. The defense has been stifling for the Black Rose Rollers. 13 points on the board for Black Rose. 4 going up for Philly. Sonny is back out there for Black Rose's Jam. Sparks for Philly. And both jammers go to the inside. Sparks goes back to the outside. Sonny going back to the middle. Sonny's trying to go to the outside, walking around the outside of the pack, and picks up a lead Jam. Had one to beat there and did. Sonny now has lead Jam. And Sonny, little skip there on the apex, picking up 4 points for Black Rose. All the action taking place in turn 1. Sonny goes to the inside and gets through this time. Oh, all right, looks like a track cut happened there. So Sparks needs to make the initial pass, and we can put some points up. Easier said than done, Cash Man. That's what you're thinking. So far, that's been the truth. Sparks at least has 30 seconds unopposed out there trying to get through the line. And we have a star pass now. Star pass going to Gorio. Gorio with the star now, with the jammer for Philly the rest of this jam. And making the initial pass, Gorio can put some points on the board. Sonny did come out of the penalty box, and Sonny did put 4 points on the board right out of the box. Pardon me, 12 points right out of the box in total. Nice zigzag for Sonny, and then that second turn with one to beat. Philly just trying everything to stop the starting to stop that jammer. Gorio picking up, looks like picked up the 3 points for Philly there with Gorio. 16 on the board for Black Rose. 166-28, 5:18 left in the first half. I'm the Cash Man. I'm your humble host today. Thank you so much. You might have heard me before. I do a radio show / podcast called Derby Rocks. Check it out sometime. In fact, the founder of Rochester Area Junior Roller Derby is our guest this week. That's Post Mortimer. Check out the show, Derby Rocks with a Z, because that's how the cool kids do it. Hurricane with a star for Philly. T-Bone for Black Rose. T-Bone picking up the lead there for Black Rose. Does a 360 spin on the outside. Doesn't get anywhere, but it looked nice. Almost a pirouette style. All right. T-Bone picked up 4 on that first pass. Hurricane just not having much luck there. Icebox going to the penalty box for Black Rose. Opened up the defense a little bit, allowed Hurricane to get through and make that initial pass as T-Bone puts the second 4-point pass on the board. Hurricane coming through, but I got 4 points on that pass. Four more points for T-Bone's pass. Hurricane coming up for a second scoring pass. Though Black Rose's defense is coming out of the penalty box. Already 2 players are back on the track. And now we got Booberry back on the track, so Black Rose is up to full strength. But the jam comes to a conclusion. 16 points going for Black Rose, maybe a couple more. I see the referee holding up. Looks like 2 more for Philly, so it's 6-point jam for Philly. 18 going Black Rose's way. 182 to 34. We have, it looks like about 3 minutes left in this first half. I want to thank you for listening, and I will try my best. Sometimes I can't see exactly everything, but it's not a disclaimer or anything. So we've got Hurricane with a star for Philly, Little Legs for Black Rose, and Little Legs goes right down the inside line and is opened up and picks up lead jam. It is a power start now, power jam with Little Legs with Hurricane in the penalty box. Did not see what the penalty was at the end of that jam for Hurricane, but Little Legs already has 4. That's what you practice when you practice. Is you practice how to do the power start and where the defense should stay, and how the jammer wants the configuration of blockers for them as they. And Little Legs did a great job. 8 points on the board, calling that jam off. We got Mad Max with the star for Black Rose, Translucent with the star for Philly. We're down to 2 minutes left in the first half. 190 to 34. Going into jam 17 of the first half. Translucent up against the 3 wall, and Mad Max being brought back as well. Both having difficulties with these defense alignments out there. We got 1 to beat to pick up lead jam, and unfortunately the defense recycled in front of Translucent, or cycled in front, and Mad Max finally breaks from the pack and picks up lead jam. This could be the last jam of the first half, as we are down to 1 minute on clock time, but the jam time is a little bit longer than that, 1:15. So, and we have the jam called off. We have 2 points on the board for Black Rose and Mad Max there. This will be the last jam of the first half. We got T-Bone with the star for Black Rose, Lana Loopsy for Philly. And this jam will start with less than 30 seconds left on the clock. So jam 18 of the first half and last jam. Lana Loopsy drives right into the middle. T-Bone walks along the outside, stays in bounds, to incredible imbalance on those toe stops, and picks up lead jam. T-Bone can put some points up here. We've got 5 seconds left on the clock. Darth going to the penalty box for Black Rose. So 4 points on the board for T-Bone. Now Lana Loopsy made the initial pass. Both jammers can score now. 4 already for T-Bone. Another 4. Black Rose Juniors hit 200 points. Lana Loopsy looking to make that initial pass as T-Bone comes up for another scoring pass. Does get taken out. Both jammers make it through the pack. 4 going to Black Rose, 4 going to Lana Loopsy. We are down to 1 minute left in jam time. T-Bone does have the lead jam, so can call this off at any time. Lana Loopsy picks up another 4. 8-point jam so far for Lana Loopsy, and T-Bone calls that jam off. We go into halftime now. We are at the half. It's 2:04 Black Rose Juniors, 42 Philly Roller Derby Juniors, and I'm the Cash Man. I'm going to be back in about 14 minutes to pick up the second half, so just stare at the track for the next 15 minutes, folks. And we are coming back from halftime, intermission. Sorry, I know I've been yelled at. Don't call it halftime. It's intermission. But you can call it halftime if you want. I'm the Cash Man. I'm here calling the Black Rose Juniors versus Philly Junior Roller Derby, Brawlstars. We are just coming out of the half. It's 2:04 to 41 is the score right now. And we are getting gear checks right now, so maybe I may have jumped the gun a little bit getting here. It's been a lot of action this whole weekend. This is game 9. Can you believe it? We had 2 on Friday, 6 games yesterday, and the last game on Saturday was an adult mix-up scrimmage with players from all over the place. We had coaches from Philly, Flower City Fierce skaters, Rock City Roller Derby skaters. I saw Salt City Jersey out there, Salt City, Queen City. It was just a blast, and it was like so many friends too as well out there. So it was great. But that was the last game. Then we're starting off. This is first game on Sunday. So far, Black Rose has been having pretty much an easy time getting the jammers free and scoring some points. Their defense also has been very stifling of Philly. Philly only getting lead jam, I think, once or twice this full first half. And scoring points, more points, I think, without the lead jam. But still, they're putting their heart into it, and it looks like it's been a fun game so far. We are starting the second half when we will have for Rose. We will have out there jamming Hollywood, and it looks like Lana Loopsy isn't starting in the penalty box from a penalty at the end of the last jam of the first half. So it will be a power start for Black Rose and Hollywood. And with that whistle, you see the defenses coming up to the pivot line, or actually they're creating the lane for Hollywood. Hollywood, great block there by Blueberry to create a path for Hollywood to pick up that lead jam. Coming into turn 1, and Hollywood zigging and zagging and breaking free and putting 4 points up for Black Rose there. Coming up to the inside on turn 1. And Hollywood getting another 4 points. Lana Loopsy needs to make the initial pass. Lana Loopsy just out on the track from the penalty box. Trapped right there going into turn 2. Third scoring pass for Hollywood. Looks like we got a forearm penalty against somebody. Black Rose skater as the jam comes to an end. 16 points on the board for Black Rose. We got Hurricane with a star for Philly. This jam, Sunny from Black Rose Juniors. And as the defenses collapse along the jam line, Hollywood tries to go to the inside, goes back to the outside, as Sunny went to the outside to pick up the lead jam. Coming around now for first scoring pass. And for beautiful Hurricane taking the same path around the outside of the pack. Both Hurricane can put some points up on the board as Sunny puts 4 up. Sunny, oh, there we go. 4 points for Black Rose and a call off for Sunny. We got Sparks with the star for Philadelphia. T-Bone with the star for Black Rose. Those will be your jammers for this next jam. Jam number 3 of the second half. As once again, the defenses are lining up at the pivot line. T-Bone going to the outside, trying to use their power through and push powers through that pack, picking up lead jam for Black Rose. Sparks zigging and zagging back and forth, being held pretty much in check. I saw the star just get pulled from Sparks' helmet, so Sparks is tucking it. Sparks thinking about maybe passing it to Translucent, who is the pivot. There, Translucent coming behind. It looks like Translucent does not take it, though. It's almost like a handoff in football there for a second. It looked like it. It's one of the skills you work on is doing, obviously, the star pass and maybe trying to put some deception into how you do it. Another 4-point pass for T-Bone, and T-Bone calls that jam off. 12-point jam for Black Rose. 0 for Philly. Lana Loopsy with the star for Philly. Little Legs for Black Rose. Both these teams coming from the state of Pennsylvania, I believe. Or so I was told. No. Different parts of Pennsylvania. And Lana Loopsy picks up the first lead jam of the second half for Philly. Little Legs makes the initial pass through too, and Lana Loopsy with 4 points on the board. Points on the board for Little Legs. Lana Loopsy hitting that wall again as Little Legs comes up. Maybe Lana Loopsy might want to call that jam off. Nope. Still got the green flag from Coach Gus. Both jammers picking up 4 on that pass. We got an 8-8 jam so far. Oh, nice pass by Lana Loopsy, absorbing a hit, going around the inside of the pack and calling that jam off after the 4 go up. 12 points for Philly, 8 going for Black Rose. It's 2:44 to 53. We're under 25 minutes left in the game. Booberry with a star for Black Rose, Hurricane for Philly. Booberry, my favorite breakfast cereal. Just saying. You know, I not count Chocolate Elephant nor Frankenberry. Booberry does make the initial pass around turn 1 and picks up lead jam for Black Rose. Oh, nice little. Oh, lost control of that bean dip on the outside. And Booberry has come back around. Hurricane still looking to get through that pack. 4 points on the board for Booberry. Billy chanting for Hurricane, trying to get Hurricane going. The whole bench is chanting. Booberry picks up another 4 points on that pass. Eight-point jam so far for Booberry. Booberry calling the jam off or doing the YMCA dance. You decide. No, actually the jam got called off. 11 points on the board for Booberry and Black Rose. It's 2:57:53 with 22:43 left in the half. We've got Sparks with a star for Philly. Sonny with a star for Black Rose. been a great game so far. Very fast-paced. Not getting a lot of timeouts. Sparks being brought back way behind the jam line after the whistle blows. Just pushing that wall. It's like a blocking sled in football, pushing that whole row. But Sonny does pick up lead, and Sparks still looking to make that pass to that 4 wall. The pivot is being pushed back as well, and Sparks thinking about possibly giving it to the pivot. Has the star in hand. Pivot is not taking the star. No handoff of the star quite yet. The stash star in Sparks' hands is not going anywhere, as Sonny makes another scoring pass running into the pack. Now Philly's back to full strength. Cherry Bomb trying to break that pack up a little bit forward and maybe bump Sparks out. And Sonny takes another pass on the inside line, putting another 4 points on the board for Black Rose. Sonny comes around the inside line and does not get touched. Calls that jam off after putting up a 20-point jam for Black Rose. Got translucent with a star for Philly. T-Bone for Black Rose. We're just about 20 minutes left in this game. A little bit more than that, 20-27. But got translucent going to the outside. T-Bone going to the inside, back to the outside, spinning around that defense. And picking up lead jam for Black Rose. T-Bone does a 360 to get past the pack. Spun around a couple times. And getting called for a penalty going to T-Bone. I didn't see what it was. It could look like it may have been a track cut. And we will go the full 2 minutes of the jam now. Warrior taking the star pass for Philly. So it is a power jam for Warrior, but Warrior does need to make the initial pass through first before they ever got an opportunity to score any points. And Black Rose is not letting that happen right now. Their defense has just been stifling. Playing very, very solid. And T-Bone is back on the track now. They killed the penalty. The defense of Black Rose killed that power jam. Now we got a forearm called on T-Bone. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It wasn't T-Bone. It was a Philly defender. Four more points on the board. First scoring pass for T-Bone. It actually fell out of bounds on the first scoring pass and got the track cut. If you're watching the feed right now, you're seeing a lot of feet. That's coming around. We're coming around turn 2 to turn 3. And the jam does get called off, though. It comes to its conclusion. It went full 2 minutes. Looks like we might get a officials timeout to be able to get some drinks in before the next jam, but the players are ready to go. We've got 5-0-1 Darth with the star for Black Rose, and we have Lana Loopsy for Philly. And maybe we're not going to get officials timeout. Maybe they're just pounding some water between jams, and they're back out there. And Darth just sprints down the inside line or on the straightaway, picks up lead jam. 2 defenders are in the penalty box, 1 for Philly and 1 for Black Rose. So we are playing a little 4-on-4 derby right now. Lana Loopsy does make the initial pass as Darth has already just put up the first 4. Another 4 coming in for another 4. Beautiful. Oh, Lana Lucy looked like they had hit that pass, but landed out of bounds, unfortunately. Darth putting up another 4 points, second 4-point pass. Darth putting another 4 points up and calling the jam. It is a 12-point jam for Black Rose. 3 points on the board for Lana Lupsi and Philly. 297 to 56. Little legs out there for Black Rose. Sparks for Philly on the jam line. Little legs zips right through the pack, taking advantage of the two blockers being in the penalty box for Philly. Now we've got a little 5-on-3 going if you count the jammers, obviously. Whoa. Do have a Black Rose defender going into the penalty box. I did not see what the penalty was. And we have a star pass now. Ace of Spades now being the jammer on record for Philly, coming from Sparks. But Little Legs have done just put the second 4 up and now coming through for another scoring pass. Another 4 points on the board for Philly. That's for Black Rose. That's a 12-point jam so far for Little Legs. We did bust the 300-point mark during this jam. And 16 points on the board for Black Rose, and the jam gets called off. Mad Max with a star for Black Rose this next jam. Looks like Hurricane coming out for Philly. 15 minutes left in the game. It's 3-13 Black Rose, 56 Philly. We're going into jam 10 of the second half. Hurricane trying to sidestep down the inside, goes back to the middle. Mad Max tries to go down the inside line, falls over a defender, but stands back up on the other side and picks up lead. Hurricane going to the outside, trying to get around the outside, not having much luck there, coming back to the middle, to the inside. Pretty much hit. The wall just collapses around Hurricane as Hurricane moves around back and forth along the line. And 4 points were on the board. Maybe that looks like an 8-point jam for Black Rose, or it's just 4, I think. Mad Max put up 4. There we go. 4-0 going Philly's way. As in scoring for that last jam, I mean. Lana Lupsi with a star for Philly. Icebox wearing the star for Black Rose. First time I think Icebox has worn the star of this game so far. You could almost call our outside an Icebox with how cold it's been and the snow we've gotten. Oh, Icebox going to the penalty box. Lupsi now has an opportunity to get some points with a power jam, but does need to make the initial pass through the pack first. Oh, one to beat, but Booberry met Lana Lupsi and knocked Lana Lupsi to the inside of the track. Lana Lupsi coming back out, still back behind the defense. Someone getting called for a penalty with that whistle. Looks like Booberry going to the... No, that's Warrior going to the penalty box. The pivot's going to the penalty box. That was the initial pass for Icebox, so we will not... Looks like we will not have a lead jam this jam. Icebox comes in and does the same move, but on the inside of the line that got Icebox threw the initial pass, picking up 4 points on that pass. Icebox now getting... Loopsy just not having much luck with this defense. Oh, Icebox fights through to pick up that 4 points. Everyone kind of stopped when the whistle blew, but Loopsy still looking to make that initial pass. I wonder if that was a track cut for Icebox. It looked like maybe they might have stepped on the line when they were getting past, or they might have been too aggressive and had gotten a back block on the player that they kind of ran over to get through for those points. They did take those 4 off the board, and Icebox will be starting the penalty box, so Evil will be jamming. Evil will be wearing the star for Philly. Looks like the first time this game. We do have an official timeout now, so it's time to stretch if you're watching at home. Maybe grab a snack. It's morning. Maybe breakfast. You're eating breakfast while you're watching this game. So we are getting a team timeout for Black Rose. We do have a level 2 game up next. That'll be game number 10. It'll be, I think, level 2 Philly versus level 2 Quicksilver, is it, the next game? No. Sharks? I'm sorry, Sharks. But the Rochester area junior roller derby team, the Sharks. So that is coming up next. But we've got 11:25 left in this game. 3:21 Black Rose Juniors, 56 Philadelphia Brawlstars. Black Rose Juniors, Black Rose Rebellion, and the Philly Brawlstars. It's just easier to call them Philly and Rose. Once we get back to the action, we'll be starting in a power start for Philly with Evil with the star. And Icebox getting called a penalty at the end of that last jam, so it looks like it'll be a 30 seconds of... Looks like it'll be 30 seconds of Evil out there, maybe picking up. It's a power start, maybe getting into the power jam. Got the Philadelphia lined up in the defense in which Evil feels comfortable for on a power start. Evil follows the blockers along the center, coming down to the inside. Evil not hitting that pack too hard, slowly evaluating it as coming up to it, trying to find a way around this defense. Defense has been amazing so far for Black Rose there with Stingray making it difficult to get through, as well as Crow there. Icebox back on the track. Does a backwards pass on the pack and picks up lead jam. Immediately, the team is asking for a call the jam. I don't know why. It looks like they had a plan when they had that little timeout there about what they wanted to do, and immediately calling that calling off. Interesting. Little legs with the star for Black Rose this jam. Hurricane for Philly. And with that whistle, we could go. Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Sometimes they're not sure if the whistle is to restart the 30-second clock or to start the jam. Little Legs does have lead jam, picks up 4 points going around the pack on the outside. Oh, incorrect. Little Legs going to the penalty box. I'm not sure why. I did not see what happened. they had gone around the outside of the pack at turn 1, and maybe they had stepped out. I'm not sure. There wasn't any contact really made, so. So Little Legs now has a power start, and we will go the full 2 minutes with Little Legs losing the lead. Well, they called. I think did they ever call the lead? I'm not sure, to be honest with you, because the referee fell and I could not tell. Okay. Okay, so the Little Legs does not get lead on that pass. So neither jammer had passed yet, and I think Hurricane probably can pick up the lead still. But 4 points on the board for Little Leg coming around turn 3 there. Getting a direction penalty against her Warrior from Philly. Got T-Bone there bracing that wall against Hurricane, just not really letting Hurricane free whatsoever. And Philadelphia. Oh, Philly defender Ace of Spades getting called for a forearm penalty. Two defenders in the penalty box, and the jam does come to its conclusion. 12 points on the board for Philly. We have under 8 minutes left in the game. 3-3-3, the magic number for Black Rose. 5-6 for Philly. And that's 56 for those of you. And 333. We're in Jam 14 here now. We've got Mad Max with a star. Translucent with a star for Philly. Mad Max once again for Black Rose. Mad Max does break through and picks up the lead. There are two Philly defenders in the penalty box, so it was a little 5-on-3 to start. But now one has been freed, and a Black Rose defender is now in the penalty box. Mad Max being brought back by... Oh, it looks like Gorio was bringing Mad Max back, but Mad Max sitting in the penalty box is now a power jam for Translucent. And once again, we will go the full 2 minutes of this jam. Translucent being brought back as well. Looks like Warrior back in the penalty box. Translucent has nobody to send the star to if they want to hand it off. And Mad Max picks up 4 points on that first scoring pass. Mad Max goes whipping around between turns 1 and 2. Gets knocked out of bounds. If you want to do an apex jump, you got to land on the track, and we all know that. But I could not tell. It didn't. From here, I could not see it. It didn't look like he landed outside it, but he did go down. And the two minutes is up there. Philly putting 2 points on the. 4 points on the board for Philly. 2 more actually, making it 10 for Black Rose. 3:43 to 65. 22 left. Sonny with a star for Rose. Lana Loopsy for Philly, and we do have a timeout there. An official timeout. We want to thank everybody who has visited up here. Both these teams visiting Rochester for Winter Wonderjam, an incredible festival of roller derby. I don't know if you can technically call it a tournament, because tournaments, you end up having brackets and stuff, but this is more of just like, hey, they're coming and playing each other, getting a bunch of games in. You do need to get a certain amount of games to make playoffs, and why not start the year with 3 games in the book, and maybe you got to get 2 more to be considered for play or to be officially playoff bound. So a lot of these teams are getting 3 games in this weekend, which we saw K County from Indiana getting 3 in already, and now this is the second one. I think this is the second or third for Black Rose. I think they have another game, though. They have another game today, so Black Rose. Yeah, so there's another game for Black Rose. Phillies level 3 has played quite a few games, as well as level 2, which is up next against the Rochester area junior roller derby Sharks. And we'll see Sharky. If you don't know what I'm talking about, stick around for the game. You'll see Sharky. I'm sorry, not Sharky, Nibbles. I got to give the official name. 5:14 left in this game. Sonny with a star once again for Black Rose. Lana Loopsy for Philly. So Lana looks like nice move by Sonny to push through that on the outside, push through that defense and picking up lead jam. Lana Loopsy trapped in that wall. We got Stingray. Stingray's one of the skaters that's holding that back, and Crow making that wall. This defense has just been stifling the whole game. Jammers have to be frustrated. Oh, look like Lana Loopsy has star pass to Evil. Evil is now the jammer on record for Philly. Getting a forearm penalty against the pivot, Black Rose pivot. It's Booberry going to the penalty box. St. Javelin in the penalty box for Philly. We got one defender on each team in there. Booberry being the pivot. He will not be able to do a star pass for Black Rose while the pivot's in the penalty box, but Sonny has already picked up 12 points on this jam already. Got 27 seconds left in the jam. Stingray now going to the penalty box just as Booberry comes out. St. Javelin out of the penalty box for Philly. Sonny already putting up 20 points and coming through for another pass with 5 seconds left on the jam clock. It's a 24-point jam for Sonny and the Black Rose Juniors. We are down to about 3 minutes left in this game. We've got Sparks with the star for Philly. Little Legs will be the jammer on record for Black Rose. Philly coach Gus is talking to the skaters right now, trying to lift the spirits. Getting them all ready for the end of this game. We are under 3 minutes. So we are now getting back to the action. Little Legs goes to the outside. Sparks goes to the inside. Little Legs does pick up Lee Jam, coming through for a scoring pass. 4 points on the board. Little Legs calls that jam off. We're down to we're going to be under 2 minutes when this next jam starts. This could be the last jam of the game. We appreciate the effort on both sides. Very frustrating if you're a Philly Brawl Star, but man, you hang your head up high. You fought every second of this game, and it was a tough game. Black Rose defense was just so dominating. And with that whistle, we are starting. Mad Max with a star for Black Rose on a loopsy for Philly. Mad Max breaks through the pack, getting past Translucent, and picks up lead jam. Mad Max can run out the rest of the clock. Mad Max calls that jam up. We will get another jam before the end of this game. We have Hot Rod, first time jamming today for Black Rose. Gremlin, who's played a lot of defense today, is out there with a star for Philly. And Hot Rod breaks from the pack and picks up lead jam for Black Rose. We are down to 30 seconds left in the half. We have obviously more time on the jam clock there. Oh, nice 360 spin coming around the inside on turn 2 and picks up 4 points for Black Rose. We are now in jam time. The clock has come down to 0. Got about a minute and 7 seconds left on the jam clock. With Hot Rod having the lead, Hot Rod can call it off at any time. Hot Rod does call it off. Ends the jam after picking up 2 more points. 6-point jam for Hot Rod and Black Rose Juniors. 381-60 is the unofficial final. So when we get the official score, we're going to eventually do the MVPs. Oh, French toast. I'm sorry. I'm listening to the menu for the concessions right now. So we got to do the MVPs. So we now have an official score. It's 381 Black Rose Juniors, 60 Philadelphia Brawlstars. And now it's time for the victory lap. And we got to figure out the MVP. So I'm going to shut the mic off for a second and help Elena, who's doing the in-house mic, to figure out the MVPs. And we'll do that. We'll try to point the camera at it when we and we'll do that in just a second here.